White Spring Dance knocked on the door of the translation, surprised the other mutants. When you hear the knock on the door, please come in. The epidemic is not surprising. When White Spring Dance came looking for me, he seemed very calm. He kindly invited White Spring Dance to sit down. The police are also waiting for him to arrive. Politely invite him in for tea. White Spring Dance laughed. There have been a lot of rumors about you lately. They are just the free ones. You have to take their heart. White Spring Dance sipped a sip of tea. Your character is so good. He's already learned the power of Zhang Yi. Even when compared to the people on the investigation team, it's also on average. Then I saw Zhang Yi's calm mind. He couldn't help but look at the other direction. White Spring Dance gets to the point. Tonight is our captain. I want to see you at home. And Zhang Yi heard from the family home. I can't help but frown. You just said the costume. He even suspected he had a problem with his ears. The area of the blizzard is several hundred kilometers wide. Speaking loud is not loud. Small is not small. There are millions of people in the city. Everyone is an elitist in a certain field. In such an environment, I want a two-room house. A living room. That's enough to be a superlative. And the real estate is unimaginable. White Spring Dance smiled and nodded yes. The snowstorm was built. The family of our captain contributed a lot of effort. In exchange for a snowstorm, must be built on the site of their special home. The Deng family home, which already exists where the influence of the end times is not. So you don't have to be surprised. Why the flu may not be surprising. The Deng family, one of the great families in the Golden Tomb. If he hadn't been here, he'd never heard of it. Trong translated further. It's so embarrassing. We have shallow knowledge. Never heard of excessive Ra. I don't know what kind of family this is. White Spring Dance happily tell him. Before the end of the world, there is a secret existence. You don't know it's normal. It is not currently. Deng family has relatively great power and wealth. A lot of Jiangnam corporations, it's all their property. The most famous of these is industry. In the field of high technology. You must have seen the bullet. And the coroner's team is wearing it. Things there. Deng's family helped the museum. You can say there is no support. Jiangnan Great War Zone will lose 7-2 parts. He was very surprised in his heart when I heard about the Deng family. He told himself that the rich didn't expect such harm. White Spring Dance smiled and hugged her arms tightly, a proud face. So, you can have our captain look at them. How great an honor it is for you. This is a great opportunity of life. You know how to catch. When I hear this word, I nod my head continuously. It is my honor. We talked for a while, and the horse hurriedly stood up. Then the captain will see you tonight at 6 o'clock. A car will pick you up at 5 o'clock. Don't run around until then. Just go according to our arrangement. Chung Yi sent off White Spring Dance Ra to endlessly emphasizing. Okay, I'll be there on time. Tell your captain that. When the White Spring Dance is out the door, the epidemic was not out of mind. Let this man's magic take over the bad scene. Superhuman endowment. Cocky, extravagant personality. Tell me a little bit about him. An excuse to refuse his invitation. Even if you can't be a partner. Don't give birth to conflict. Even a friend is better than an enemy. That afternoon in front of the building, a luxury car to welcome the epidemic. This has attracted the attention of mutants, of other forces. They're very curious to look at each other and ask who. The car is not cheap like this. You see the direction. Seems to be looking for people from the Tianhai city. The city of Tianhai also has a mysterious old man. Who knows? Two men in black suits stepped down. The car knocked on the door of the hospital. Mr. Trong Yip, my son invited you to talk a little. This one again, to surprise the other forces, mixed with curiosity. When Zhang Yi and Deng Jia's two people came out to see, curious people surround the judgment. This car is very familiar. Is it Deng Jia or not? Bad, don't say anything. Not translated yet. You can let the guy invite him over. It seems that the city of Tianhai still has to be observed. See this scene. Some people have intentions with the Tianhai city. It's a little sideways. The doctor just got in the car. One of them urged the driver to drive away. The car is speeding on the snow. Take Trong Yi to the family. Half an hour later. In order to decorate. It's like a royal palace. There are strict guards everywhere. It gives Zhangji a different view of the world. In the end times, living like this is only a dream. But he did not expect to be in Deng Jia. To a place where a person tells a translation chapter. Mr. President, please come down. Our car can't go into the manor. The doctor understood. He nodded. Since when has White Spring been waiting for him? Follow me. Wait a minute. The captain has some work that can be finished immediately. The translation is polite. Follow the White Spring dance. To go to Deng Jiajua, Russia, splendid. Bak Zuan-Wu took Zhang Yi to a room. Inside the temperature is very comfortable. The furniture in the room is also very fashionable. If you say away from home, it's not true. But filled with modern style. More furniture in the room. It's all sci-fi. It gives people a sense of vitality. White Spring Dance told Trong Yi, just sit here and wait a moment. Wait for our captain to finish. We'll be here soon. When he finished, he clapped. Immediately, a maid came in with a pot of tea. Pour Cho Trong Yip a cup of tea. The translator said politely, thank you. Spring Dance out of the room. I've just evaluated the layout around. Just waiting for the magic. He took a cup of tea and thought. There's a very large window outside. Outside the window is a landscape, like a garden and a lake. At least it used to be. But it's all frozen now. Cosmetic surgery. It's a big family in the snowstorm. The financial potential is very strong, but now, it can't be done either. The heating of the entire manor. Money today has become useless. The distribution of resources is based on the level of contribution. Even big families can't afford to waste it. Even if you are there, you'll still be there. Inside the room. Absolutely. It's the home of a rich young man. The soft sofa. Hanging on the wall a very large TV. On the carpet throwing a lot of game consoles. It's easy to hold the remote control on the table. Rub it up, turn it VI up. Of course, the full screen doesn't show anything. It was in his data. So he's not surprised. Playing games is also, but I think time is too short. So the movement still gave up the idea. If you don't play for pleasure, you don't play. The waiting time is not too long. Less than half an hour. The voice of the divine Deng. It came from outside the door. Your translation is here. Trong Yip glanced at time 05:58. Not expect this angel team captain is on time. To divine elongated body, tall healthy. I know that I usually practice a lot. He turned around and looked at him and said, "It's only been a while. Let the magic change slippers. Go to the next page." He slumped down on the couch. Take a breath. It's like you've just been through some hard work. He looked at him curiously. This captain today, it made him feel very different than last time. I can't help but laugh and ask if there's a bottle on my face. Zhang Yi replied with a smile. It's not just that you're handsome. I couldn't help but look a few times. Let the magic come out a little. He didn't expect. Trong Ying is not as usual. Normally, people who use this tone, not much to talk to him about. Let the gods clap your thighs. Ha 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 ha, you are so interesting. That's right, I heard. You didn't register, participating in capture activities. The lunar eclipse of the red China. Why is that? How do you think? A question that's not at all shy. I'm going to write some great long stories. Remember to watch and see. It's so hard to do right now to piss me off. My sister did more. Marketing. Link Cho Nam products on top channel. Remember the top channel. Please see if any product is suitable for you. Instead of finding and locking the product itself, then look in my sister's shopping cart and place an order to support my sister. My sister is very grateful. He thought a little and laughed. 13 Jiangnan City. Whether the storm investigation team, snow and the security of the city. There's 10 forces in 12 suburban cities. That? There is no other person like me. One less person is not missing. As the Tianhai city is now abandoned, they need to start. You've heard it too. All of our homes have suffered minor injuries. It's not a good time to do anything big. Bullet magic chin massage. After listening to the speeches, he nodded. There's also some morality. But your power is obviously much higher compared to other mutants outside the city. If you go, I see you're capable of taking down the ruffians. A little more. In Zhang's eyes, a strange light flashed. He thinks. What does God suddenly mean by that? I thought of another excuse. But we're not alone. We represent the whole team. The wise man laughed for an hour. If you don't go, stop. I'm just asking casually. Maybe your choice is better. Let God understand everything. But he can't talk about this. Let Trong Yi know. Zhang Yi heard what he said. The speculation in my heart became clearer. Maybe it's what he thinks. The lunar eclipse in Lam Hai, it's not that easy to deal with. Let God speak. I won't go around with you anymore. Call you today. You probably know what my goal is. How about joining our team? Let me laugh at Trong Yi. Right hand out. Introducing with him. About all kinds of benefits of joining the team of angels. Team Angel. It is the most powerful force in the whole world. Just join us. From now on, you can go through the whole year. You can also enjoy the ultimate glory. To be feared by everyone. Of course, if you talk a little, you want a woman. I can give you whatever you want. In just one sentence, you can have everything you want. While here, When Deng magically said these words, a voice full of confidence. He's not painting Chio Chung Yip's cake. That he thought was, become his servant. Then these things are as easy as coming back. Hand. Your applause is really good. We've met a lot of great geniuses in this world. Like someone who just got rich. You have a great talent like you. It was the first time we met. Zhang Yi's flattery. It makes the gods happy. He held up his hand and stroked his long hair. The world you know is too small. You have a chance to follow me. You'll know a much larger world. He hands out with Zhang Yi. Come on, be a member of our team of angels. Zhang Yi's eyes were filled with gratitude. This is really moving. So after I joined the team of angels, will it be especially safe? Is there no danger to life? I can confidently laugh, of course. To the divine, they have the ability to protect their members well. Sigh for a breath. It was so good. We can join the team of angels. Face that I may reveal my joy. But soon after Zhang Yi said, but I'm very afraid of death. I'll stay in the city and do the logistics for you. How do you feel? Smile on your face so the magic can freeze. Are you kidding me? Blink of an eye. You didn't say you could keep me safe. SAO. We find it safest in a snowstorm. The corner of the eye for the magic to tug. We need members who can fight. That? If you don't go to war, what do I need you for? But Zhang Yi explained, I respect your strength and your heart. So if we join the team of angels, maybe we can live better than before. Right? Continue to translate. If you know about me, you will know that in the city of heaven, we're just in the shelter all day. Never actively left before. Our abilities are also primarily defensive. The nature of me, of course, they will not actively attack. Let the spirit speak. He's not a fool. Of course, understand that the police officer refused his invitation. But Zhang Yi also gave him face. The words are also very clear. He's a genius at defense. I don't like day-to-day adventures outside. Let him join the investigation team. Of course, it's inappropriate. Bullet Magic Watch Chapter Translation. A few seconds later, he suddenly laughed. He pointed to the translation. You're a little interesting, slippery-tongued true. The power is obviously strong to live so leisurely again. He corrected his words. Isn't Buddha? God's word continues. But you're in that hellish place all the time. Probably not spilling SAO. People who have great power. Everyone will want to find a way to show it off. Otherwise, in the heart, will always feel unsatisfied. This is usually the case. You can endure your whole life. And with a very sincere nod, we can. Living so not good SAO. He doesn't have to hide in the forest. Such good family circumstances dress no worries. There's a bunch of American girls. The days are so comfortable. He just got sick, follow people out to kill. God looks at him as if he's not strong enough. The magic bullet is a little vague. He can't explain it. Zhang Yi's thoughts. But it's also very normal. Because of what the plague wants. To Deng the psychic to say, I was born with enough. The pursuit is to be a hero. Enjoy the ultimate glory. It's the same feeling when you bathe in your blood. The Holy Spirit points to your translation. I want to say something more, but suddenly sighed helplessly. Okay, everyone has their own agenda. If you think so, I will not hesitate. But if you ever change your mind, you can contact me. Moving in my heart laughing, but out of the mouth still say, thank you, party captain. When I return, I will definitely consider it carefully, even though the proselytes rejected the esoteric, but also for the wise enough face. And the gods are not angry. The opposite. I talked to the translator for a while. Of course, I don't want you to join my team. To such an extent. I'm just giving you a chance. You'd better come find me soon. By 0, wait until we find a better partner. You can only be a backup. To the Chinese god seems very liberal. It's the attitude of a rich guy. But the words are pretty safe. Talk to him about eating. Playing is not cool. But when Zhang Yi wanted all the news about Linhai City from his mouth, he gently ignored. Thought in my heart. Of course, someone who has experience can't be underestimated. Two people talking for a while. Each other's personalities are quite compatible. When the sky was dark, he stood up. So we go back. Wait a minute, I have a little gift for you. Let the gods snap their fingers outside. A maid carrying a black box enters. Look at the black box here. I'm going to write some great long stories. Remember to watch and see. It's so hard to do right now to piss me off. My sister did more. Marketing. Link Cho Nam products on top channel. Remember the top channel. Please see if any product is suitable for you. Instead of finding and locking the product itself, then look in my sister's shopping cart and place an order to support my sister. My sister is very grateful. Let God laugh. Let's see if you don't know. Zhang Yi nodded and handed it to her. It just feels so heavy. He opened the box. In the box, it's all filled up with golden bullets. The chapter can't help uttering the bullet. Bullet launchers here. At least more than 100. According to 6 Revelation says, the cost of a bullet, not less than 100,000. Of course, this is still according to the price before the end of the world. If placed at the present time, the greater the difficulty in obtaining resources. Limited working conditions. It's not too much to increase its value 10 times. That the magic bullet once gave Ra, its 100 bullets, can only say, the rich man is the rich man. It was amazing to the captain. Here it can be. Your gift is too heavy for me to accept. Let the magic laugh and say, these things don't count to us. But for people, it's necessary. Take it, and it will help you later. The translation shows that it is no longer rejected. So thank you, Captain. If you need a translation later, just say it. The translation program will definitely try its best. Pro hand translation to launch a weapon into space. Heterosexual. His way of doing this still makes the magic a little fluttered. May the divine be pleased to nod. Okay, that's it for today. Next time you go to the Snow City, maybe we'll have a chance to meet again. They were forced to leave the Deng family home. Deng magically watched follow the shadow of the back to move away. I have a little regret in my heart. It's because of that spatial aptitude. It's extremely rare. If you can lead Theo such mutant next to, it will make you later. It is very convenient for him to go out on a mission. Situation Even the power of Zhangji is not weak. Spring dance comes to the back to divine power. Ask the captain. Zhang Yi, he's agreed to join our investigation team. The wise man said no, he refused. White Spring is a bit surprised. And yet, he refused SAO. Know that such an opportunity. How many people dare not dream? And he refused. The corners of his lips laughed. Maybe that's what's interesting about him. He thought silently. The man's name is Kier. You have managed to get my attention. White Spring is not out of curiosity. That's it, you gave him a box of bullets. The magic laughed again. It's just a cartridge. It's no big deal. Just be useful to me. No matter how much it costs to recover. We can all accept. Royal career ploy. I can't be stingy with small things. Even when the plague, he didn't join the angel squad. The love part of today, it will also remind him of my gratitude. White Spring Dance took a deep breath of worship with him. Captain An Min. Your mind and heart. It makes people very admired. They left the Deng family home. Deng's driver is waiting outside. If you see him coming, get him in the car. In the heart of Trongyi, I couldn't help but have a better impression of Deng's house. At first, he thought that sons of such great families. It's definitely arrogance. If you live against me, you will die. But Deng's demeanor made him realize. Not all second-generation families. They are all so arrogant. Although the translation to join the angel squad, God Thunder, he did not show any dissatisfaction with him. Whispered in my heart. Making friends with such people is also NDTO. He drove back to the apartment. After returning to the place, the others on the team came to visit. How did he talk to the psychic Deng? Trongyi did not hide it. He wants to attract me. He told me to go back to thinking. The boy approached anxiously and asked. He didn't make it hard for you. Dildo rubbing her head. Don't worry, he won't. I talked to him a little. And CNDTO when you're friends with him. When everyone is done listening, they feel safe. Fortunately, magic doesn't make it difficult. Otherwise, if there is friction, in the area of the Tianhai city, as for Zhang Yi, it's not a good thing. And then he asked me, what do we do next? Do I have to go home? Thinking of coming home, her eyes lit up. Think of the mutants in the city. My eyes lit up, and I should go home. By the way, prepare them for a gift. After the chapter was finished with the divine Deng, there's no reason for him to stay in the snow. I'm going to write some great long stories. Remember to watch and see. It's so hard to do right now to piss me off. My sister did more. Marketing. Link show NAM products on top channel. Remember the top channel. Please see if any product is suitable for you. Instead of finding and locking the product yourself, look in my sister's shopping cart and place an order to support my sister. My sister is very grateful. He immediately called the Red Cross. Celestial and static ceiling related to. 3 people went to Zhang Yi's room. The people in the campaign group are all here. Just point to the sofa. Sit down. I should tell you something now. 3 people are confused. They all sit down in front of the translation. A serious expression of speech. We're going back to the city of Tianhai. I'm leaving tonight. If you don't have anything important to do, come back with me. When you hear that, all three of you are amazed. Red Pepper practiced looking outside. It's hard to ask so quickly. It's getting dark, and I can't wait until tomorrow. Chen Tingqun is now Zhang Yi's younger brother. After thinking for a while, he asked the old man, "Is it because of the city of Dazang's special abilities?" No. Tran Tin Quang's calling shocked everyone. The exchange. Zhang Yi became the leader of the million weapon base. He hasn't had time to tell anyone. Chu Mei Ni asked Trong Dui, "Why did he call you boss?" "I see people's spirits are strange. Speak with your mouth." "Let me tell you. Now, the $1 million base is under our control. Tran Tin Quang is also my subordinate. You just need to know in your heart. Speak softly, but with the red pepper and the celestial figure to say, this is no different than an earthquake." Tran Still Quan actively promoted the translation, then they have to do it later. Although before, they were also willing to submit to the epidemic. But AI people also have a hard time talking about it. Be someone else's brother and become a leader. They're smart enough to know which side is more comfortable. That the work of the silence also makes them think. To the situation later. You can see outside, there are other paranormal organizations in other cities. The rover will someday attack the Tianhai city. Then, Zhao Yu base has become the power of Zhang Yi. Will definitely be covered by Zhang Yi. But they're not sure. You're a little hesitant. Are considering whether to study Tran Tin Quan. Do the same or not. Sometimes they can't make a decision. You should calculate it carefully and say it. They don't care about the thoughts in their hearts. They keep talking. I know, now the Great Wall is targeting us. And you're also very angry, the way these people work. I told you. Now, the most important thing is the convention in the neighborhood. I have to put everything aside in front of me. Now the conference in the neighborhood is over. We can arrange the time. Take care of them. According to the current situation, they were seen as a weak coastal city. The attack on the Tianhai city, it was a sure thing. More, it will probably take the full force of the city. Jiangnan is all focused on Linhai city. That's it. We have to take our time back. Prepare well. The battle advantage at home is in our hands. Trong Yi gave an explanation, simple and fast. This, he used to tell people in his group. Like this is the first time to the heads of the three powers. Chen's eyes immediately lit up. He was happy to say, "Your old man is so clever. Set a strategy and then act. Let them think that the power of the city is weak. Then despise the enemy. Then we spread our nets and wait for them to get their heads in the net. Then destroy them once." Chen's eyes became brighter and brighter. By then, everyone knows. The power of Tianhai city. No one wants anything from us anymore. High is high. Really, the right arm of a head. First-class flattery. Zhang Yi couldn't help but laugh. This kid, he's no longer the leader of the million weapon base. The burden in the light of the heart begins to move freely. There are people who are not fit. The head. Maybe it's people like Chen. It's red and green. When I heard it, I was delighted. They've lost a lot of face recently. The city of Dai Zi. When I see them, they are all mocked. The other city's psychics. They also despise them. 2 people for following Zhang's orders. I dare not conflict with those people. Choosing the ring in silence. Now Zhang Yi says he will strike back. Of course, they're willing to vent all this anger. Pepper, pink germ person forward, agitated, asks, do you have any plans? How do we coordinate? Trong Yip casually said that it was unchanging. He raised his hands. We still don't know what the enemy will do. But fighting at home is our strength. The good times belong to us. Each base after returning. Be prepared for defense. Arrange the weapons properly. Then we have to send someone to watch out. Don't ignore even one. Just do it first. The next steps, we have to see where they're going. Translate to understand yourself. He's not a genius like the Cat Liang family. You can use tricks to fool the enemy. In the palm of your hand. He has to prepare everything. Stand on your own undefeated first. Even if you really have to fight. With his current ability. Across the entire region to the south. Not many people can compare. Everyone nods their heads. Before the situation, lack of information about the power of the Great Z City. This way is the best. The police immediately told everyone to return. Get ready to pack up. Then go back to the Tianhai City. Who nodded yes. They looked at Zhang Yi with great admiration. Chu has already said this. They can leave the blizzard at any time. I just want to go back. The permission of the snowstorm. Everybody knows. Come back a little earlier. You can prepare for battle a little earlier. Because the AI is also unknown, the mighty people of Great Z City will take action. When? Everyone returned to lead the soldiers. And then we left the building together. The number of their people is not small. Quiet to leave. It can't be through the eyes. The city of Dai Z. I saw the translation team leave. Then the eyes flashed. Then smile coldly. This is gone. Running away like that at night. Afraid we'll hit them. It's so weak. In his heart, more and more disdainful of the celestial city's dysfunctional organization. He said in a pleasant voice. See if you should act. Tianhai City rich supplies. We shouldn't let weak forces like this take over. It's a waste of resources. After the beating of the stills, Min was famous. It's very hot right now. Almost everyone can see it. He's going to target the city of Tianhai. Will at least attack the tide-based fleet. But he's not as aggressive as he seems. Outwardly losing, but inwardly careful. I thought to myself, although the Tianhai City is not strong, but if we're alone, even if we win, it's just winning the carpet. About this, we need to cooperate with other forces. When I think of this, I immediately grab my phone. Contact Tran. The Red Cross invited them to come here for tea. When Tran Liang Engok and tried to spy, receive information from the Min religion. Both of you understand the meaning of the Holy Spirit. When Tran Tin Quang revealed the true power of the city of Tianhai, it's not just the Great Wall. That many mutant organizations of many other cities keep an eye on this coastal city. Everyone is looking for a chance to devour this fertile land. That the great city of Zak, in the northwest of Tianhai City, it's completely redundant. Near water is water. To take one step ahead of taking possession of the Tianhai City. Even if the Tianhai City is destroyed, we can't underestimate either the power of some forces. Because to be sure, a 7-year partnership is the wisest way to do it. He looked at me with ambitious eyes. You have to take advantage of the epidemic, but enjoy the leisure time. Finally, go. I'm going to write some great long stories. Remember to watch and see. It's so hard to do right now to piss me off. My sister did more. Marketing. Link show NAM products on top channel. Remember the top channel. Please see if any product is suitable for you. Instead of finding and locking the product itself, then look in my sister's shopping cart and place an order to support my sister. My sister is very grateful.